Whichever team wins the NBA championship is going to have to give up their best player to the worst team in the league. So even though winning the NBA championship is the ultimate goal, there's going to be a punishment for doing that. The Denver Nuggets are up 2-0 early on, but the Heat are able to fight back, taking the next two games. We're simcasting a pivotal Game 5 where the Miami Heat are ultimately able to pull out the game and go ahead and get the W. It was a solid team effort from the Denver Nuggets, but Miami just had a little bit more. Bam Adebayo had 30 and Jimmy Butler had 29. Now we're headed into Game 6 where the Miami Heat absolutely dominate. That means the Heat are champions and Jimmy Butler is going to be moving on to his next team. And that's going to be the worst team in the entire league. This season, in real life, the worst team was the Pistons, and I ran this as a start today, so we're going to go ahead and trade Jimmy Butler to the Detroit Pistons. And it's not like they're going to have to give up Cade Cunningham. I'm just going to have them give up Sacramento Kings legend Marvin Bagley III, and we'll call it a day. So the Pistons have definitely got a huge upgrade to their roster. Is it going to be enough? I'm not sure, but the ultimate goal is for one of the teams that's the worst in the league and ends up picking up a superstar from a championship team to win a ring. When that happens, the video will be over. It could take a while though, because man, the Pistons, they're alright, but they're probably like 2 years away from being 2 years away, you know what I mean? James Harden is on the Lakers? Okay, what is going on? Bron had to have retired for them to get the cap space to do that. Also, the Cavs have 3 All-NBA third-team players. Sure, I guess. The Pistons are the 4 seed, okay? I see you, Detroit basketball, man. All right, let's go ahead and let's see what the Pistons can do. Jimmy Butler, he led a huge turnaround for this team, but will they be able to get out of the first round? We're here in a Game 7. Can the Pistons take this one home? These are the moments where Jimmy Butler usually shines, but unfortunately, he didn't really shine in this one. Only 11 points, took only 8 shots. What is going on? You got to get Jimmy some more shots in a game like this. Jimmy has to force the occasion and take some shots so that he can get his team the W. But ultimately, it didn't happen there, and now the Pistons season is over. So we'll see another superstar getting traded to a new team. We've got the Celtics and the Hawks and the Warriors and the Mavericks here. So we'll have to see who can go crazy in these series and advance to the NBA Finals. The Dallas Mavericks are advancing in a gentleman's sweep, and then the Boston Celtics are advancing as well. They go ahead and beat the Hawks in 6. And when you look at both of these teams, I feel like they're kind of evenly matched. We'll have to see how it goes, though. Celtics up 1-0. It's tied up at 1 apiece. The series just continues to go back and forth as we head into a pivotal Game 5. Series tied up at 2 apiece. And ultimately, the Mavericks are able to take this one home. I just realized I really do say ultimately a lot. I saw a comment on one of my videos. Apparently, I said ultimately like 43 times in a 52-minute video, which is wild. I don't know how you counted all that, but congratulations. Anyways, we've got a Game 6 here between Dallas and Boston. Dallas is up 2. If they win this, they win a ring. The ball goes down to Rob Williams, and he's able to dunk it home. All tied up. Luka Doncic has the ball in the post, but a big block from Robert Williams results in the Celtics getting the ball back, and they have the ball in Jaylen Brown's hands. He's probably going to turn it over. No, he gives it to Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart trying to cook. Why is this the play call, man? Oh my goodness, what a terrible play call. But ultimately, the Celtics are, I said it again, the Celtics are able to make it and win this game. I don't know how, because what we just saw there from Marcus Smart, the Marcus Smart masterclass of trash, was just terrible. We've got a Game 7 here, and the Boston Celtics are able to clutch up in the final seconds, meaning that Jason Tatum is headed to his next team. We'll have to see where he's going, but this is definitely going to have a huge effect on the league. It looks like Tatum's going to Miami, which is kind of ironic considering that they just lost Jimmy Butler. What does ironic even mean? I know a lot of people use the word wrong. I probably did as well. All right. The Miami Heat are able to land the number 1 overall pick, and they have Jason Tatum on their roster. They've also got some other good players like Kyle Kuzma and Marvin Bagley III. But Marvin, you're going to be involved in another trade. I'm sorry. It might be time to start listening to Marvin's Room. Ha ha, you see what I did there? That was a real knee slapper. I know. Ha ha ha. I don't even know what I'm saying, but the Heat, they've got a solid roster. And then over there in Detroit, they're also seeing some development from guys like Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham. So that's also something to watch out for. But by the end of this season, we saw Luka Doncic named the MVP. Xavier Booker was the Rookie of the Year, which is really cool because season Miami's playing alongside Jason Tatum. It seems like they have a solid little thing going on over there, man. They've got some guys, they've got some hoopers, and Jason Tatum's All-NBA. He didn't average a ton of points. I thought there was some type of rule change that put scoring down because I don't really see Tatum putting up that low of scoring numbers, but I guess it was just a down year for him. You know how it goes, man. I don't think we know how it goes because we're not NBA players, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be relatable and quirky. Let's go ahead and let's get to it, though. Magic versus Heat here. Man, this Heat roster looks too good for the Magic. I don't think they can take the Heat, man. I don't think they can handle the Heat. Okay, they might be able to. Did we come back down 3-1, 3-0? I don't know what we just did, but we did it. Jason Tatum, wow. Great stuff from him. Great stuff from the squad as we're moving on to the second round. I don't know how that just happened, but now we have the Cleveland Cavaliers, and in 2K, the Cavaliers are inevitable. They're a very tough team to beat. They're right up there with the Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics. But ultimately, we were somehow able to get the dub. I really do say ultimately a lot. It's a cool word, though. It has like how many syllables? Ultimately. It's got a lot of syllables, so, it makes it a real complicated word. I sound real smart and stuff. But the Miami Heat, they were able to pick up Anthony Simons, and I don't remember him being on the roster to start off the season, so that's interesting. I wonder how they went out and picked him up. It looks like it was through a trade for Kyle Kuzma and a first. Oh, they fleeced. They absolutely cooked in that trade. What a move for the team. I mean, this Miami Heat roster is really nice. They've got a lot of scoring options. They're kind of doing the win by committee thing where they have like a star player, but they also have a lot of really good role players. Kind of what they're doing right now in real life. I'm recording this during game 1 of the finals. I better get this one over with quickly. Shout out Emmanuel, because although I enjoy making these videos, I'm trying to watch the rest of the finals. I'll tap back in after halftime. I really wanted to get the video out for y'all, though, so I really wanted to get this one to y'all. But we've got the Mavericks versus the Hawks, Trae Young versus Luka Doncic. I guess we can finally see who won that trade. Whoever wins this series won the trade. It's decided. The virtual basketball game said it, not me. The Mavs are up 3-1, and they're going to gentleman sweep, winning in 5 games. Luka Doncic is the finals MVP, and of course, that means that Luka Doncic is headed to a new destination, and it's the Los Angeles Clippers, which is really unfortunate when you consider the fact that they're just awful in 2K most of the time. We're going to trade Luka for Clippers legend Norman Powell. Hopefully the Clippers can make some offseason pickups. They didn't, though, so it's going to be a rough year for the Clippers. We're going to have to root for some of our other guys. In Miami, we, of course, have Jason Tatum, but no, we don't. He left the team, so I guess we can't root for him anymore. And in Detroit, we've got Jimmy Butler. It seems like Jimmy's our only hope right now because that Clippers team is just so garbage that even Luka probably can't save them. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the league MVP. Good stuff from him. Dave Green is the Rookie of the Year. Wembanyama is the DPOY. Man, Xavier Booker, MIP. Jason, you went to Chicago. You should have just stayed. It looks like the Heat had something really good going there, and you could have been a part of it, but now you're not. You left. What a shame, man. And where are the Bulls in this playoff picture? I don't see them. The Pistons were able to make it in, though. Jimmy Butler led his team through the play-in tournament. This might be Cade Cunningham's team at this point. But, Jimmy Butler, he could be like the veteran leader for them. Ultimately, though, he's leading them to L's because they lost in a gentleman's sweep. I said ultimately again, man. I really do love that word. And now we've got the Cavs and the Spurs in the NBA Finals. Victor Wembanyama versus the Cavs. The Cavs are ridiculous. I don't know how Wemby led the Spurs team to the finals, but he's Wembanyama, the 7'4" man with the wingspan. Ooh, I rhymed, I cooked there. But the Cavs, they're going to go ahead and win this one in 6 games, meaning that Darius Garland is moving on to his next destination. That destination is the Big Apple, the Garden. We've got the New York Knicks. That is where he is headed. Let's go ahead and let's see what the Knicks can do here. Okay, they drafted Wembanyama. I did not pick the 2023 draft class. I don't know how this happened. That's my bad, but what is going on, man? And also, that Clippers team still sucks. The Knicks are kind of okay. They have Wembanyama now, apparently, so we'll be on Wemby watch. You see what I did there? That's alliteration. I know my vocab, man. What can I say? Wembanyama is the MVP of the league. Scoot Henderson is Rookie of the Year. Sabonis is backing up Wembanyama in San Antonio. And Greg Popovich is the Coach of the Year. Let's see if we can have some guys that we can root for this season, because unfortunately, due to guys like Jason Tatum leaving their basketball teams, we don't have anybody to root for. You remember when he did that one Subway commercial with Draymond, and I think he was the one who said, my sub has bacon and something like that. I don't know. But the Pistons, they're the #1 seed this season. Okay, Jimmy Butler. And of course, Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey have made huge leaps. So now this team might be ready to go. Round #1 is a gentleman's sweep. All right. I see you, Detroit. And now we've got the Charlotte Hornets, who have Jalen Brunson and LaMelo Ball. A solid backcourt duo there, but I don't know. I don't think they can really beat us. We're up 3-2. Come on. Okay, we've got a game 7 here. It'd be nice if we could finish things where they started, because the first move we made was Jimmy Butler to Detroit, which is crazy. Maybe Jimmy can pull this off. Okay, the Pistons are cooking. It looks like they're going to be moving on to the conference finals. And also, I did want to say this. Click Productions shouted me out in his recent video, which is crazy, man. I didn't even believe it. I got a comment about it. Shout out to the person that commented, but yeah, absolutely crazy, man. He put his own twist on a video that I did in the past and shouted me out at the start, so that's absolutely wild. But anyways, we've got a conference final series between the Pistons and the Miami Heat that's going to a Game 7 here. And Detroit is ready to go in this Game 7. They've got Jimmy Butler facing off against his former team. And the Pistons, they're taking a little lead here in the fourth. Come on, Detroit basketball. We're in the NBA Finals here. And Jimmy Butler, 7 for 11 shooting. That's solid. Look at him play off Jimmy. He's putting up good numbers in the playoffs. That's exactly what I like to see. And we're moving on to the NBA Finals as he beats his former team. And this Thunder team, it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But the Pistons, they've got their dynamic backcourt with Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham, and they've got playoff Jimmy. Do I even need to say more? The series is tied up 2-2, but we're not worried. We're getting out of there in 6. Cade is the finals MVP, and Jimmy calls it quits after winning a ring. That's it for the video. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.